Olá, boa noite. O Exou Biribó, hoje com o vídeo 7 de Deponia 4, Deponia Apocalipse. Ontem, a passagem para o barco do amor que os faria seguir em frente era uma foto de namorados. Rufus, em vez de convidar a Gol para posar com ele, fez um boneco horrível para se passar por ela, mas é claro que ela viu a criatura e agora está com um chapeuzinho de alumínio para não mais esquecer que está com raiva dele e não correr o risco daquela realidade paralela que ele noticiou, que um dia eles estariam ambos apaixonados um pelo outro. De todo modo, conseguiram sair do parque de diversões de sucata e chegar à Universidade do Comércio de Lixo, onde o McChronicle dá aulas e o pai dele, apesar de ainda criança, é o reitor. O pai do McChronicle ser criança, já dá para entender que ele andou brincando com máquina do tempo lá no ambiente da universidade também, né? O Rufus tem que dar o jeito lá nesse local de abrir uma nova fenda temporal para tentar seguir até Porto Fisco, encontrar o McChronicle de antigamente, evitando o infinito looping temporal que o McChronicle já citou. Agora nós podemos ir no gabinete do mini-reitor.
And? Were you able to stem the damage that my son has wreaked upon those poor students?
Stem? I eradicated it. Which damage were you referring to?
Those stupid ideas about time travel, of course. Junior claims, in all seriousness, to be able to create time anomalies. He says he's built a machine in his shed that can travel back and forth through time. And then he holds lectures on the subject behind my back. Thankless firebrand.
Firebrand? He always seemed to me to be so careful, downright boring.
Ugh, I wish. Imagine it. My son, of all people. A dreamer. A fantasist. Yes, an anarchist.
Honestly?
Já tô gostando mais do McChronicle, diria o Rufus.
At least his taste in hats seems to be gradually improving.
Please, Professor, don't disturb him. He should be given time to think about his mistakes.
That's what I always say too, but it's way funnier when you say it, because you repress your own mistakes. You smoke?
Not anymore. Although on days like this, I wish I'd never quit.
Isn't that a little unreasonable at your age?
The nicotine chewing gum was worse. Destroyed all my baby teeth.
I sense another key moment. Personally, I prefer those break the window and turn the doorknob moments, but hey, you can't always get what you want.
Hands off! That's the key to Junior's laboratory. The whole place is contaminated with crazy ideas.
Laboratório amaldiçoado. Sai, Satanás.
Have you looked in the mirror lately?
Why? Is my tie crooked again?
The way I see it, there's a lot more wrong with you than just your tie.
Good grief. You're right. My pin badge from the Order of Strategic Repression is bent out of shape.
What is the Order of Strategic Repression?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you don't believe in temporal anomalies?
How could I? I'm a scientist.
And a very youthful-looking one, too. Much younger than your own son.
I jog.
And you don't find anything strange about that?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
A warning sign for birds. Who thinks this stuff up? Birds don't need warning signs. They're free! Free! And if they want to fly into stained glass windows, they have the right to do so. They are pretty. They are colorful. And more importantly, they aren't part of some stupid mosaic puzzle. You can just put that idea in your pipe and smoke it.
Põe essa ideia no cachimbo, não é pra picar o fumo, então. Ah, cachimbo.
This is not a pipe? Man, the artist really missed the boat on that one. Ha ha! It is so a pipe. You can't pull the wool over a Rufus's eyes.
Essa coisa fica gemendo ali, mas ele não pode pegar.
It is so a pipe.
Vamos fazer uma pipa da paz, então. Pro menino.
Ah, my old pipe. That's just what I need right now. Whoa. Strong stuff, this tobacco. It reminds me of my college days. We were so crazy back then. So, Lala Cuckoo! Wasn't very good for us. We experimented with everything. With plants, with time, and with women, of course.
I don't really want to hear that.
Mrs. McChronicle was one hot chick.
Too much information.
I was even more crazy than he is today. My mother didn't like it at all. She never wanted me to go to university. I was supposed to take over my father's business in the garage. Rocco McChronicle. He said playing with time would only end in tears. What my butt for my girlfriend. I was already 25. Oh.
Ele já tinha mais idade do que ele tem hoje.
He seems much more relaxed. That should have improved my room to maneuver considerably. May I?
I don't know. If you may, I may, right?
Sure.
Yippee!
Vamos ver o que tem o laboratório maldito.
Oh boy, this looks just a touch more complicated to me. Something tells me that for once, I'm actually going to require a little assistance. Something tells me that for once, I'm actually going to require a little assistance. Yeah, this is nothing but waste oil. Somehow I had expected liquid bronze.
É, porque a torneira é de bronze, ele esperava que saísse bronze e não óleo reutilizado. Máquina do tempo, ele precisa ajuda. O Chronicle tá de castigo, vê se os alunos estão na sala de aula.
Ah, you're still here.
Of course, Mr. Rufus. After all, we are on the cusp of an epochal discovery. And anyway, there are junk ball jocks waiting outside the lecture hall again.
They'll have to wait. We are going on an excursion. Pack your things. We're off to... the neighboring building. Thanks, Hildebrain. Somewhat misplaced, but you still get a star.
Wow! Cool! Whoa!
Impressive, isn't it? What is it?
Me!
Ah, Nerdbert?
Oh! An impulse-induced tachyon field generator?
Popularly known as a... anyone? Perhaps Chubby over there.
Time portal machine?
Time portal machine, precisely! Because it creates a time portal. But where? Sure, of course, the interim time. The turquoise tunnel, as we experts also call it. And now, for the master question. How to turn that thing on.
Turn it on? But,
All right, people, I want discussion.
That thing at the front must be the tachyon tank.
What, the milk bottle with the bicycle pump?
you need a substance that emits tachyons.
Ugh, by the smell, I'd say it used to contain feta cheese.
And you have to adjust the nozzles so they concentrate on the thinnest place in space-time. You can detect a so-called potential portal with 4D glasses.
4D glasses, feta cheese, anything else?
You're not intending to open a portal into interim time, are you?
And why not?
McChronicle says it's too dangerous. It could perforate the whole of space-time.
Oh, hogwash. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. You can't win if you don't buy a ticket.
Will that be in the exam?
A Bá quer saber se esse de óculos é o Machronicle pequeno ou se só aparece com ele. Acho que só aparece. Mas as três personagens, agora eu tô me dando conta, parecem as três crianças do Day of the Tentacle. Preciso de queijo feta para colocar aqui no tanque de taco. E tem uma cabra lá que a Bá tá reclamando que eu nunca olho para ela. Que cabra.
It seems to be the university mascot. In professional circles, this kind of thing is called boomerang understatement.
Acho que ele não vai subir no telhado para pegar a cabra, não. Lá em cima é o ninho que estava o ornitorrinco branco. Ele vai ter que fazer a cabra escorregar, então. Vamos jogar aquele óleo lá na torre. Da torre. Calha. Plataforma.
Away with the stuff.
Mas tinha plataforma aqui também, né?
Hey, I found the scaffold!
Ah, especialista em andaimes. Era só para ganhar um prêmio. Um prêmio de especialista em andaimes. Isso é importante na engenharia, né? Agora fazer a cabra escorregar de lá. Vai ter que mexer na bandeira. Alavanca. Ele não fala nada se é da bandeira ou não. Vou puxar então. Ah, não, que maldade. Agora o cego vai bater na cabra para a cabra expelir o leite.
And strike!
What's going on? My mucous membranes are swelling up. Oh, anaphylactic shock. It's my goat's hair allergy. My eyes are burning.
Bravo! You finally hit something dead on. My sense of humor.
E eu preciso de óculos 3D também, né?
Hey, stay away from our junk ball training bag.
I already told you that's a goat. Where do you think the bleeding comes from?
From my wife, of course. She's always bleating on at me, claiming that my sports things are actually animals, nuns, or the neighbour's children. But how, pray tell, would a goat manage to get down here to the underwater palace?
Okay. Suppose that it isn't a goat. Can I still milk it?
Of course, help yourself. But be careful, sometimes they bite.
Queijo feta.
Ugh, that smells like the tank in Mac's lab.
Óculos com nariz.
That reminds me of my brief career as an industrial spy in the Schlonzer sausage mines. I still don't know how my cover was blown. Hey, these pieces of glass would be perfect for my 4D glasses.
Ah, 4D.
Just a shame that they don't stick together on their own.
Precisa de cola.
Uh-huh. Someone was chewing gum in my class and didn't give me any, except for their fresh box lunch. It's gonna rain homework. Someone was the gum is already much too old. And besides, gluing colorful shards of broken glass together with bubble gum? Ha! That's totally unrealistic.
É, não é uma coisa lógica para fazer num jogo que é pura lógica. Ele usa dentadura, então deve usar cola de dentadura. E o outro vício dele era chicletes de nicotina.
I don't know much about the production of nicotine gum, but I have chewing gum, and that contains nicotine. Should work, right?
Chiclete de nicotina.
Homemade nicotine gum. Should work, right?
Nicotine chewing gum? Oh boy, I've just realized that I've got the munchies. Wait, I'll just put my toothy pegs back in. Munchtastic. Yummy.
Creme fixador.
Master Whistlehole's dental adhesive, because you know that life is good when your teeth stay where they should. Please ensure dentures are pointing in the right direction during insertion. Ta-da! I present to you the 4D glasses! Makes potential time portals visible and raises cinema admission prices by the power of 2. Ta-da! Ta-da! Makes Who can tell me what this is?
Are those supposed to be 4D glasses?
It is a set of 4D glasses.
Is that stained glass from a window?
Don't touch! That is a highly sensitive, scientific whatnot. I see a kind of ring.
Oh, I know! That must be a place where the dimension membrane between here and interim time is especially thin.
Not thinner than your derivation, nerdo. Exactly, Hildy. It's in the middle of the machine.
Oh, good. Then we don't need to calibrate it at all.
Fortune has changed sides. Now the idiots are completely screwed. Here, space-time is thin enough to create a portal. Now, I just need to get it open. So, children, time to review the material. What do you need to open a temporal or time portal?
We already know where the potential portal is. Now we need the fuel.
Who can tell me why it's a good idea to put feta cheese into the tank?
You probably built some 4D glasses and realized the cheese emits tachyons, right?
And now, the follow-up question. What color are tachyons?
She means pink.
Then it is proven. Feta cheese emits tachyons. Write that down. So, children, time to review the material. What do you need to open a temporal or time portal?
We've got all the things we need now.
Aconteceu nada.
There! The portal is open!
But that's way too small.
Maybe there isn't enough pressure on the tachyon jets.
More pressure? No problem. I'm a professional when it comes to generating pressure.
Daniel!
Gadzooks! There was another potential portal hidden under the carpet.
What are we gonna do now?
Yeah, but who knows if it's safe?
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
McGonagall!
Hurrah!
The tachyons must have spread out in the near vicinity of the portal. There's a relatively high probability that they have opened up portal to Kubat.
And how high is high?
Haven't a clue. 1 in 1,000 maybe?
And that's good?
Relatively. It's the only chance that we're going to get. And also, one more than we really deserve.
Speaking of which, I still have to pick goal up.
That means the leap into the unknown without any guarantee of being able to return has got to wait.
No, I'd rather go get her right away. I should be mad at her, but she always gets this cute little frown line between her eyebrows when she gets stubborn. Goal! We did it! The guys and I have opened a time portal!
Wow, well done.
Don't be like that. I told you, I'll make it right again.
And I told you, go away.
Oh, come on, Goal. Take off the hat and...
Hey, hands off! I do understand where you're coming from. After all, that palaver with the Platypus Puppet Theatre wasn't exactly subtle, was it?
Puppet theater? Oh, that. Yes, that was intentional.
But look at them. They're both trapped, without any hope. I'll never be able to escape my hamster wheel.
Wait, you think you're the platypus in the hamster wheel?
Of course. That one is clearly female. Look at her, she...
Ha! I knew it! There is hope!
You're right. It is the male.
At least she's now free.
Yes. Wow. Look how happy she is.
She'll recover. On the other hand, one shouldn't overuse metaphors. What's this?
Hey, give it back!
When did you do that?
While you were gadding about the fairground. What about it?
Não tem graça nenhuma. Não tô achando graça nenhuma. Mordendo a bochecha.
And you got past the Nevermat with that?
Well, someone had to make sure that things could carry on.
But then why are you so angry? Because we're not together in the photo?
No, because we are. An illusion. A snapshot giving the wrong picture. Or do you think that at the end of the day, we'll be sticking that picture into our photo album? Everything here is going to have to end up being undone and reversed, so that we can save the world, so that there will be no Fulocks on Elysium. That's how it has to be, right?
No, it isn't.
Then tell me one thing that will still remain of our adventures. If you can do that, then I'm happy to come.
Easy. In the end, there's always one thing that remains. There, look at that.
Kitchcraft?
Hope. It doesn't matter. Let's go.
Acabou a aula. Prêmio conquistado.
What the? What now? That looks like that interim we crossed in the time pod. But where did this city come from? And where are Goal and McChronicle? They jumped through the portal right before I did.
Hey you, Fulock! Get off of my porch!
Ah, a local. Can you tell me where I've landed?
In my turnip patch!
Wait a minute. Don't I know you? You're Glandula, the romantic ninja. Just old and ugly. How is that possible?
Are you trying to talk your head off?
Don't you mean, am I trying to talk your ear off?
Not if I got my gun pointed right.
Oh. Remorse would be entirely misplaced here. After all, he grew up to be a very passable guy indeed. I'm sure he's a great whistler, and I like what he's done with his hair.
One step closer and I'll blow your turnip out.
But Glandy, it's me, Professor Rufus. Doesn't that ring a bell?
Professor Rufus? Yeah, that's it. He was the guy who's to thank for all of this. Just junk crabs and mites for years on end. What about him?
I killed him.
Well done! Now get out of my yard.
All right. Where the hell have I landed?
Are you lost, stranger?
No, I have a photographic sense of direction and always know exactly where I am. It's just the when has been a little confusing lately.
When doesn't mean a thing round here. You're in interim time, a space alongside the past, present.
And future, I know.
I was gonna say perishable food. We don't have anything like a future here. Rumor has it there used to be one. The portal building authorities are digging around looking for it in the foundations of interim time. But if you ask me, it's just newfangled nonsense.
No future?
2 other newcomers passed by here earlier. They asked about the future too. Friends of yours, perhaps?
Impossible. They were just with me.
Maybe out there. Here in interim time, the clocks tick a little different.
I see they have a few more hands, too.
Well, welcome to Paradox City. My name's Rocco McChronicle. If you've got any questions, I'll be happy to help you,
Rufus. And actually, I do have a couple. Rocco what the hell did you say?
McChronicle.
Are you Rocco McChronicle, the father of Dean Angus McChronicle Sr., and therefore our McChronicle's grandfather?
You must have confused me with someone else. I don't have a son, and if I did, I'm sure he wouldn't have become a dean. After all, I'm running a family business here.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about it. The last thing I need now is to accidentally prevent McChronicle's birth. You've seen my friends?
A sexy chick accompanied by a clever, handsome guy?
Not really. We were separated.
Well, 2 strangers certainly passed by earlier on. They met the old hermit. It looked as though they knew each other. They headed off to her farm, turn left at the town hall, and then continue up that way.
Where the hell am I?
You're in Paradox City, the city between times.
Aren't we always between times?
Excuse me?
You know, present and future.
Yes, I suppose, although here we're not so much between the future. That doesn't exist here.
What does that mean, you have no future?
That's what I said. If that's what you're interested in, then ask the people at the Portal Building Authorities. They're always talking about the future, and they're trying to dig one up from the junk beneath the city. Absolute madmen, if you ask me. We've never had a future here, and we've managed quite happily without it so far, thank you very much.
I urgently need to get to Kuvak.
Doesn't ring any bells. Is it beyond interim time?
Of course.
Then you'd better be off asking the guys from the Portal Building Authorities. They map the portals and know where each one leads.
Hey, that's the time pod.
That there? That's been there since before I arrived. My father was going to repair it. That's why he founded the garage. Apparently it stopped being so important at some point. Like everything here.
Ah, you obviously cannot help me.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh, there you are.
Howdy, Rufus.
You wouldn't believe who I met in the city.
My granddad. I know. He didn't recognize me.
No wonder. To him, you're not even born yet.
I guess I never will be. Even the slightest interventions change the timeline. In all probability, we prevented the birth of my father already.
Hogwash. I've seen everything possible and impossible in the last while, but nothing even remotely resembling a timeline. The whole thing is more like a fuzzy, knotted time skein than anything else.
It's okay, Rufus. I'm doing just fine. Isn't it incredibly interesting here?
Yeah, very picturesque. But we have to get a move on. Don't you remember? Where's Gold?
In the farmhouse, but there's no reason to hurry. Here in interim time.
The clocks run differently, I already know. Still, no reason to take our foot off the gas. One of these portals must lead to Kuvak. We used it earlier ourselves.
Yeah, it's that one there.
That one? I actually expected a few mind-bending puzzles first, but so much the better. Wait here. I'll go get Gold, and then we can go get our future back. The country air seems to be good for him. His cheeks have gone all rosy. Whoa, Butterfingers at work. Hey, Goal, no time for coffee. Time to move. Wait a second. Am I counting right? Your goal? I mean, your goal too.
And you are almost as perceptive as when I left you, Rufus. Savior of the world, suicidal time traveler.
You forgot butt model. But how can that be? What are you doing here? Which goal are you?
She's the goal that you rescued from the future.
Yeah, and in return, she left me and Mac on Elysium, stole the time machine, and whoosh! That was the thanks we got.
I've not got such a talent for dramatic endings as you.
And you didn't get far either.
Yes. Perhaps I was a bit too quick off the mark there. When I arrived in interim time, there was no future anymore. The tunnel had simply come to an end, and the autopilot was steering me directly at it. I had to crash land, and was stranded. For us, only a few hours have passed. For her, it's been a lifetime.
Why didn't you use one of the portals?
The portals only opened much later. At first, they were all out of reach. Then the Deponians started to throw their trash into interim time. The time travelers also started arriving from all sorts of pasts. Most were stranded here like me. We built Paradox City from the trash. We tried to reach the portals, but none of them led to the right time. Then, when the first children were born, we realized that we had built ourselves a new home.
But now I'm here. So come on. What was that? An earthquake?
We've only had one of those once before. The time when the portals opened.
Yeah, never a dull moment around here. Don't run off. I'm gonna go have a look. Oh, come on. Where's the portal to Kuvak? And the others? All gone!
I think I have an explanation. When the tachyons poured into the open portal unchecked just now in the lab, we didn't only open the one portal, but also all the surrounding ones too. Portals leading to completely different places in time. As time passes much faster in here, they were open for years. A whole city was built whilst you fetched gold from the university. Shortly after you stepped through the portal, the anomaly closed behind you. In the lab, this was a blink of the eye. Here, countless minutes.
You mean this city only exists because we opened the portal earlier?
Really makes you think, eh?
Yeah, like for example, how do we get out of here now that the portals are closed?
I was thinking more of the moral implications. Well, what will happen to the people here if we restore the old timeline? Are we even allowed to do that?
I can't see any signs.
I noticed that too. You should get it looked at.
Voltar lá na Go pós-punk.
Amazingly, there was still a bit of antidote left. Uh-huh.
You girls having a good talk?
I'm just telling Goal about your stamp cannon.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have used so much cheese. Goal's hair may have lost its color, but it still smells like marshmallow candies. She held up well. She's totally confused. I probably would be too. What's that doing here?
I was going to use that for my last beat of the drum sculpture. I've been waiting for weeks for the battery to run out, but it just keeps going and going and going.
Esse é pra Bá. Ornitorrinco de bateria. Ornitorrinco bateria.
Huh, that's funny and depressing at the same time. You've become a sculptor?
I had a lot of time on my hands.
That excuses some things, but not everything. Can I take that?
No, it's not finished yet.
I could finish it.
And just how are you going to finish it?
I can finish anything.
You're going to finish me off one of these days. Are you finished yet? Yes.
No.
Oh, we'll just take it then.
I will.
On your marks, go.
And finished.
Okay, what just happened here?
Esculturas, mas ele já viu e não pega, só pegou aquela.
She's got talent. Now she just has to use it.
Escultura de pedra, ornitorrinco de Bá, escova da Gol, batedor de manteiga quebrado. Água fervendo não dá.
I see all the prerequisites for an entrancing love story. I just think the female lead should be recast.
Rita! Jovem Maverick.
What a wuss.
Ung!
That time traveler apparently comes from a completely different ethnic background. This is where my respect for foreign cultures and my diplomatic tact come into play.
O velho Maverick.
What a slime ball.
Vince.
He shouldn't be time traveling anymore at his age.
Nonsense, my boy. True, the cataracts hinder three-dimensional sight, but we travel in 4 dimensions.
Do you own one of the time machines out there?
But of course, my young friend. I call it the retardis.
Why is everyone laughing?
Because they have no idea. The retardis is a jewel in the crown of time travel technology.
He said jewel.
Mr. Vincent is neglecting to tell you that his antediluvian vehicle cannot undertake genuine time travel. Only deterministic time travel.
You can't change the past with it. You're stuck there until you've recreated the condition of the timeline at the point of departure.
Huh?
Don't listen to them. A trip in the retardis is always worth it. If you like, I can take you on a little spin. All I need is a portal map with precise space-time coordinates on it. Just ask the lads at the portal building authorities.
Is that your ride out there?
Why? Have I blocked you in?
No, don't worry.
Shame. So why are you asking?
Well, you left the lights on. If you give me the key, then...
Nice try. Not only does the Instant Change Coupe make time travel possible without that bothersome time branching, it also has the automatically adjusting headlights since the 5 series.
That's a nice device. No 2 ways about it.
Every time traveler's dream. For a long time, I thought I'd never be able to afford more than the 2 series, the so-called butter churn, but I was ambitious. I wanted the 5 series more than anything else. I've slogged and slaved, shed blood, sweat, and tears, scrimped and saved again. And now that I've got there, the only thing that still gives me any joy is pushing around other people who don't slave away as hard as I did back then. For example, my former self, that lazy slacker. He should have served me a bowl of delicious Fulux soup ages ago. But do you see any delicious Fulux soup around here, huh? I don't. If he doesn't start moving my ass soon, I could be due a real ass chewing.
Boo!
Ah! Oh no! The Fulux soup. I'm gonna get fired for sure. My whole future depends on this job.
I thought there was no future here.
There is for me. My future self is sitting over there in the corner. He says that if I don't try a lot harder, I'll never be as successful as, well, me. He said I've got to save, work hard, and sign up to a pension plan. Otherwise, I'll never drive a sleek Instant Change 5. And then, well, it would all be for nothing.
Why don't you just make a new soup?
I can't. We've run out of Fulux ribs. Oh, man. What a disaster.
Ooga, ooga. Good day, sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure. May I introduce myself? My name is Ang.
Hello. You understand what I say?
But of course, communication is one of the most important attributes for the profession in which I work. I'm a trader, and it would be a true conviviality to engage in business with you. I vend in medicinal herbs for a healthy intestinal flora, in exchange for vintage art from the Neolithic period.
I give stone. You give fart mash.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Peanuts. Tasty.
What? You've eaten Mikey!
What? But, oh no, I thought you were Peanuts.
Don't worry. Mikey was an ass anyway.
And we are peanuts.
Sapient peanuts from another time. Delicious,
and clever.
What do you know? Can I maybe take you along anyway? The way things are going here, I'll probably have to make you into peanut butter.
No, to be honest with you, we wouldn't like that.
Let him speak. Maybe he's got a good reason.
A good reason to turn us into peanut butter? Oh yeah, true. He hasn't given us one yet.
Yeah, why does he want to do that?
For love.
Wow, now that's what I call a proper answer.
Oh, we'd be happy to sacrifice ourselves for love.
Yippee! Me first!
But one more question. How exactly does it help love if we're made into peanut butter?
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to know that too.
Let him speak.
Love needs no further explanation.
No explanation, no deal.
No, sir.
Find someone else to make into peanut butter.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Mas ele ainda não tem motivo. Não tem nada a ver com a Go.
I want to win back Goal's affection.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I don't know.
I'm not convinced either.
But this is Goal we're talking about.
Yeah, but who's Goal? I mean, do we even know her?
I certainly don't know her.
Oh, true. So how do we know if you're a good match?
Goal is also more of a long-term goal.
Huh?
Well, how do you mean?
Oh, it's so cryptic.
You're right. Just forget I said anything.
No probs, matey.
No offense.
Come back again once you've thought of a valid reason, you pillock.
Vai ter que criar caso de amor pra Rita.
We're out of Fulok soup. We've got toast and milk. And I'm also available on the cheap. My name's Rita. Are you single?
No. Yes. It's complicated.
Don't waste my time. I'm almost 40 and I'm a waitress in the city with no future. Do you really think I'm interested in listening to you moaning on?
Well, you asked. I just wanted to...
Tick-tock, tick-tock. Do you hear that? That's my biological clock. Order something, propose to me, or move over for the next in line.
Busy here. Anything free today?
Yeah, a tip for your girlfriend. As long as she hasn't got a ring on her finger, she shouldn't let her man walk around the city on his own.
No, I meant the food.
Why didn't you say so? We're out of Fulok soup. We've got toast and milk. Any other questions?
The portals are closed.
Ah!
Thought so. Classic case of last-minute panic. Do you have a time machine?
Do you think I'd look like this if I had one? Time machines have become quite rare. Maverick has an instant change, but he'd rather run over his grandfather than take someone else on board. And then there's Vince, but he can only offer deterministic time travel. Firstly, that's boring, and secondly, Vince smells of prunes. Otherwise, I only know of the old time pod in Rocco's garage. No idea if that still works. So, if you need passage, just forget it. We're all stranded here. The best thing you can do is get married as quickly as possible.
One order of toast and milk, please.
Got any money?
Nope.
Then your girlfriend must be blind.
What was the offer again?
Put a ring on my finger and I'll ignore that whole thing about your face.
No, I meant the food.
Why didn't you say so? We're out of Fulok soup. We've got toast and milk. Any other questions?
Yeah, I think I'll pass.
I hear that quite often. I really should unsubscribe from that dating platform.
Who's taking so long?
Occupied!
You plan on being done in the crapper anytime soon?
Don't rush me. I suffer from severe temporal constipation.
Temporal constipation? Not perhaps temporal diarrhea?
No, I'm over that. But how the crap...
Surprise, surprise, huh? I recognized your voice. You're the time crapper. The temporal toilet tourist, who apparently has made it his mission to clog every toilet in the entire multiverse.
End times person? Is that you? But I've only just met you. You gave me this wonderful toilet paper.
The money from Cletus's suitcase. I remember. But that was my other adventure, a version of the future which no longer exists, as if a huge plug were clogging everything up.
Oh, tell me about it. Oh, everything was flowing just fine. Now it's come to a standstill.
Exactly, but I'll get things back up and running.
Oh, that would be great.
Aqui é a que ficou no banheiro lá. Essa daqui é do Day of the Tentacle.
You can't. Nope. People these days just don't trust one another anymore. What are those trash cans for?
Hey, keep your hands off. That's where we keep the seeds so they don't go bad, and so the wombats can't get at them. Most critters are getting worse by the day, almost as bad as the Fulocks. I catch them meddling with the bins all the time. That's why I always keep my eyes on both sides. My wife says I've started to squint. It's a good job it's so quiet on the Fulock front. We're not equipped for a war on two fronts. Don't you dare! Or do you have some kind of death wish that involves being ripped to shreds by a pack of Fulocks?
Well, I thought nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Don't think, soldier! It's war out here! And in war, there were only losers!
Aqui tem carcaça de Fulocks com as costelas para fazer a sopa, só que ele não pode ir para lá.
It's obvious that he doesn't have a clue about the future. Otherwise, he would definitely wear something else. Yoo-hoo! I have a question.
Keep it short, I've got work to do. We're about to make the breakthrough into the future. I can already smell it.
Sorry, it's the excitement. What exactly are you doing here?
We suspect there may be a so-called future in sediment beneath the city. That's why we started to hollow out its foundations.
Aren't you worried that that could make the city somehow, I don't know, slide maybe?
The chances always offset the risks. The unimaginative rednecks up there have no idea what a rough diamond they have right under their feet. They see no further than the base that guarantees their apartments stay standing. I see street cafes, Martin, office spaces, and affordable lofts for fashionable high-income earners.
Such as architects working for the Portal Building Authorities, for example?
Exactly.
Any progress?
How could there possibly be any when I keep getting interrupted by such trivialities?
Well, I thought progress couldn't be stopped.
No.
I still don't understand exactly what that hole there is supposed to have to do with the future.
But it's so very simple. We want to attract a solvent clientele. Time travelers who are literally not born yesterday. A portal to the future who would put a paradox city back on the map. The saying goes, continuous growth through development in interim time. And we're creating the attractions for that.
You spit when you talk. I have to get to Kuvak, one day before the end of time.
Wait, Kuvak. Unlucky and unluckiness. We do have a portal to Kuvak, but that's on the old Hermit's land, so it's not connected to the time travel superhighway yet. We've been fighting for that right-of-way for ages.
That isn't the problem. The problem is that the portals have closed back up again.
No, it's not a problem, it's an opportunity. It's proof once more of how important the connection between Paradox City and the future is. I can already see the campaign. The only way back leads forwards. Or better still, back through the future.
But that's all just drivel. The reason for the lack of a future lies in the past.
Utter hogwash. Today was yesterday, the future belongs to those who have the courage to look forward.
Oh, you have no idea. I urgently need to get to Kuvak. I'm pretty sure that the reasons for the missing future can be rectified there and only there.
What a hogwash! Today was yesterday, the future...
I'll let you get on with your work.
Finally! I was afraid I'd miss out on the future all because of you.
It's true what they say. You can't make an egg without breaking an omelet. What are you reading?
Hey, this is the future issue of hats.
What else? And are helmets making a comeback?
No, sadly not. In the future, all manual work will be performed by machines.
That would be great. Then no one would have to work.
Why do you think I work so hard? Certainly not for the money. This job is so badly paid that I need a second one to make ends meet.
And what's your second job?
I write fake reviews for an ad finance rating portal that compares free comparison sites for buying building machinery.
Huh. If only we finally had machines that could relieve us of all these important tasks. That's, the hats, right?
I already told you it is.
Can I have it?
No. I need it for research purposes. In this highly technological working environment, further education is an integral part of everyday work and life.
You could take a break.
Ah, my lunch break is well overdue. Unfortunately, I can't leave the machine on its own.
Yes, it seems to me that your presence is downright imperative.
I tell you what, you can have the magazine if you bring me a peanut butter sandwich.
A peanut butter sandwich, huh? No problem.
Oh no, fuel lock alarm.
Oh, again? Oh, that means we'll have to take another compulsory break.
No, it doesn't mean that. One can't keep the future waiting.
Why? Has he got somewhere to go?
Strange. I can't see anything. Don't you dare! Or do you have some kind of death wish that involves being ripped to shreds by a pack of fuel locks?
He really earned the diversion. He really earned the diversion.
Mas ele não pode mexer em nada, que adianta?
Hey, keep your hands off! You'll contaminate...
Toca a sirene, ele pode passar para lá, mas para lá a única coisa que ele tem são as latas, e na lata ele não quer nem falar nada e nem pegar nada. Então hoje vamos parando por aqui. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida, desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.